Bottom of the 5th inning, back at Fenway, tied at 7, and Garciaparra leads it off, swinging and missing at the first pitch. Nomar homered a 3-run shot in the 3rd inning. Home run number 19 of the season for Garciaparra, reigning here at Fenway lightly. Nomar lifts it to left. Does it have enough? No. It'll hit up off the top of the wall and hold Garciaparra to just a single as Anderson gets it back in quickly. Didn't miss a home run by much. Stands at first to begin things in the 5th.
Another hanging breaking ball here by Lackey. Out over the plate, the line drive off the wall. Garrett Anderson, 6 assists out there in left field, plays it pretty nicely off the wall, and Nomar has to hold up with the single.
Anderson showing up a pretty good arm there, getting it back into second base, and Nomar held here to the single. Here's Manny Ramirez, who's flied to right and walked. We've had on again, off again, light rain, and that has been it so far. It is lightly raining now as Manny fouls it off the right side. Always looks much worse when we look up into the lights, but it is lightly raining here. For a strike, and it's 0-2. Well, tonight Jeff Suppan roughed up his return to Boston, and this undoubtedly will send shockwaves throughout Red Sox Nation, perhaps, even though it is one outing here tonight. And Anaheim getting to him for 3 home runs and 7 runs, up over 100 pitches now, and likely done for the night. The 0-2 fouled off the right side.
Now Todd Jones continues to throw in the Red Sox bullpen, so he will most definitely come on in the 6th inning.
I know it's only one outing, but do you draw any similarities to the guy that left Boston the first time and the guy that is here now from a standpoint tonight?
Well, he had problems with home runs the first time he was around, and obviously 3 of them tonight. And we'll see how the next start goes. Obviously, coming off a very good month with Pittsburgh in the National League. You mentioned, Don, the outing he had against his last time against St. Louis. Pitching very, very well. Sure, it's one he'd like to go back, warm up again, and start all over again. But that's not the case. Now you got to wait 4 days till your next start.
Nomar the big lead at first as Manny doesn't chase in the dirt, and the count is 1-2. John Lackey has been able to hang in this game as well. Was able to survive the 7-run bottom of the 3rd inning for the Red Sox. He's still around now. The game tied 7-7 here into the bottom of the 5th. And that's been without Anaheim having anybody up in their bullpen. And they still do not. There goes Garciaparra, the pitch, a ball, and the throw down is not in time. Omar Garciaparra with a stolen base jumps up into scoring position.
And that was certainly stolen on Lackey. He got an excellent jump at first base. Molina has thrown out 44% of the runners. Very quick release by Molina, a terrific throw, but Nomar had such a good jump at first base. He picks up his 14th steal of the season. It is kind of strange to see a 7-7 game where both starting pitchers are still in the ballgame.
And they've both given up 7 hits in this game. Lackey's given up 2 home runs while Suppan has given up 3. Nobody's been up for Anaheim. Red Sox have had action in their pen. The 2-2 opposite field base hit for Ramirez. Garciaparra is going to try and score. The throw from Devana, and he is going to be close but not in time. Nomar's in, and the Red Sox lead at 8-7. Ramirez drives in the go-ahead run.
Now, the only reason Mike Cubbage, with nobody out, is able to send Garciaparra, watch the way Devannon has to play this ball in right field. Instead of continuing to charge it, he has to be very defensive out there because of a strange hop. See him back off right there. Now, once Cubbage saw that, that's when he knew he could wave Garciaparra around and have him score. It's close with nobody out, but that little move in the outfield gave Cubbage the green light to send Nomar.
Garciaparra stealing second base to get him into the position to give him a chance to score. An element to his game that has returned here in 2003. That's running his 14th stolen base of the year. And he's come around to score after Manny gets an opposite field base hit, and it's now 8-7 with the Red Sox on top. Most stolen bases Nomar's had in his career was 22 back in 1997. He had 14 in 1999, but 2000 and 2001 he had none. Of course, that was the year that he missed most of the year, only playing 21 games. He had 0 that year and had only 5 last year in 7 tries. So the last time that he's had in the 14 area, got to go back to 99, and that was his whole season 14. He's got 14 now. David Ortiz 1 for 2. This one will get away, and Manny will move into scoring position, easily getting to second base.
Once again, Molina trying to backhand the ball at home plate. It gets by him, and Ramirez moves into scoring position. There have been 2 tonight that have gone by Molina that he has tried to backhand.
So foul, and it evens up at 1-1. Red Sox at one time in this game trailed 5-0, then led 7-5. The game was tied 7-7. They've now pulled ahead 8-7, still batting in the last half of the 5th inning with Ramirez at second base and nobody out. And for the first time tonight, Anaheim has action. The right-hander Greg Jones up in the Anaheim bullpen. He's thought about it. Did he offer? They'll check in. No, says Laz Diaz. Lackey's thrown 85 pitches in his outing, 50 for strikes. In the air to left center field, hit well. Erstad heading back. That's going to one-hop the wall. Ramirez coming in to score the 9th Boston run. Another double for David Ortiz. Red Sox lead at 9-7.
David Ortiz lately really has been driving that ball hard to the opposite field. This one shot out toward the 379 mark. And Ortiz back-to-back doubles. 2 more runs batted in tonight. 58 total on the season. And back and forth we go on this one. The Red Sox with a 9-7 lead.
That'll do it for John Lackey. We're back to tell you about the new Anaheim pitcher. Red Sox on top 9-7.
It's the unexpected touches that make an anniversary special. Announcing the Lincoln Mercury Anniversary Clearance, featuring end-of-the-model year savings on every Lincoln and Mercury SUV, including the award-winning Mountaineer, with no-charge moonroof and leather seating. $1,545 in savings. Now get 0% APR for 60 months or up to $4,000 cash back on select Lincoln Mercury SUVs. This is one anniversary you don't want to miss. Hurry to your New England Lincoln Mercury dealer.
Meet me at Foxwoods.
Back at Fenway, Red Sox now on top 9-7. Still batting in the bottom of the 5th inning. It's time now for the Heineken What's on Tap for the Red Sox. Wednesday and Thursday against these Anaheim Angels, all right here on NESN. Then the Orioles are in the day-night doubleheader on Friday. NESN with the day game portion of that doubleheader. Then UPN 38 in Boston. NESN outside of Boston in Game 2 at 7. Then Saturday and Sunday against the Orioles right here on NESN to round out the homestand for the Red Sox. It's a 1-week homestand before heading out west. John Lackey going 4+ innings tonight. Gives up 9 hits, still responsible for the runner at second, and he turns things over to Greg Jones, the reliever.
Greg Jones only making his 3rd appearance, being called up for the minor leagues. He made his major league debut. He was called up on July 30th from Salt Lake City. In his 2 appearances, he's only worked a total of 3 innings, 1 hit allowed, a couple of walks, 3 strikeouts. Was a closer down at the AAA level.
26-year-old right-hander from Clearwater, Florida, who was a 42nd round pick by Anaheim in 1996. Good swing from Millard. Kevin homered in the 3rd inning. A 3-run shot, which gave the Red Sox the 7-5 lead at the time. And it's been a while for Millard since his previous home run. July 22nd against Detroit was the last home run Millard had prior to his home run tonight off Mike Marath. The Yankees with a 6-1 lead now over Texas. 2-run home run in that game for Derek Jeter. And Hideki Matsui had homered earlier. It looked like Oakland had a 7-1 lead there over Detroit, so that means that the A's got to Nate Cornejo, who was scheduled to start tonight for the Tigers, and their starting pitching woes continue. 2-1 to Millard. Breaking ball in there for a strike. 2-2. John Lackey still responsible for the runner at second base, and David Ortiz, he worked 4+ innings tonight, giving up the 9 runs the Red Sox have. He's on the hook. Walked 2, struck out 1. Strike 3 to Millard. He goes looking, and Jones strikes out the first member of the Red Sox that he faces, and Millard with some words for Jim Joyce. Let's check in with Tom Caron. Tom?
Don, thank you. We're right here on the aisle where there's lots of traffic, as you can see. Kristen Forget loves the seats, though. Kristen, you've been battling bone cancer, and you began another round of chemo last week. Weren't sure if you were going to be here today because you didn't know how you'd feel, but you were determined, weren't you?
I was so determined. I argued with my doctors. I did absolutely everything just to get me here. This is my first game, and I'm so happy to be here.
We've been watching you jump up and down every time they score a run. Are you supposed to get this much exercise? Is this good?
Yes, I haven't gotten exercise for about a couple months, so my mom's pretty happy.
You got to work out screaming, too. I think we've heard you yell just about every time they hit.
I'm a little losing my voice, but, you know, it's worth it.
Now, she was more than willing to come on. Mike, you weren't, so I have to ask you a question real quick. You having a good time?
What's that?
You having a good time at the game tonight?
A great time. This is a great game to watch. It's very exciting. She's having a blast.
You got tickets to 2 more games later this season.
Yep, the 10th and the 24th.
This could be the year?
It's definitely the year. It's not the year for me. It's the year for the Red Sox.
I think it's the year for both. Kristen, thanks.
Thanks.
Guys, back up to you.
All right, Tom, thank you very much. That's great that she's here and enjoying the game.
And nice to see the nice smile.
Nixon 1 for 2 tonight. He doubled in the 3rd, lined out in the 3rd also as the Red Sox batted around that inning. Nixon was one that really got it started with a double. The Red Sox sent 10 men to the plate and scored 7 times on 5 hits, including a pair of 3-run home runs. Nixon thought about it, but doesn't offer, says Laz Diaz. 2-2. Had to check with Laz a number of times tonight.
Laz Diaz, of course, was the umpire at first base in Chicago earlier this season when a couple of crazies came out on the field, and the players certainly took care of him, but Laz could have taken care of business himself.
They picked on the wrong guy, I think, in that instance. Don't mess with Laz. Swing and a miss by Nixon. Back-to-back strikeouts for Greg Jones, the Anaheim reliever. And he's done a nice job since coming on, getting Millard and Nixon both by way of the K.
Well, we told you earlier about Wally running, bicycling across Massachusetts. We got a few clips of him as he goes through the race. There you see him in the front. Stacy Lucchino's bicycle with the helmet on. Coming across the finish line. Getting warded down. Going for the Advil. And the oxygen.
Little guy is still smiling, though, even though he needs oxygen. He has that same look.
Yep. Eyes always open, always smiling.
Just needed a little bit more air. Todd Walker takes a strike, and the count is 1-1. Did you hear from Stacy how he behaved over the weekend?
No,
really weren't there.
Not yet. No, but I'm sure I'll get a report.
Especially where he was away from you. At times he can be a little bit out of control when he's out of your reach.
Generally, he's in, when he's in others' company, he's not as fresh. He pretty polite, especially at an event like that too.
Walker sends it down the left field line. Anderson in the corner and makes the catch. And Greg Jones does a fine job. Red Sox strand a man, but they do score 2, and now Boston on top 9-7.
Searching other websites for low fares? Better get comfortable. Just go to Southwest.com for Southwest Airlines $39 to $99 internet specials when you purchase by August 28th.
You are now free to move about the country.
McDonald's new Chicken McNuggets are made with all-white meat and are sprinkled with seasonings created by a fine chef. We like to think of it as poulet mignon at McDonald's. Yes, that McDonald's.
Up to 16 varieties of spring greens, sweet, juicy grape tomatoes, or delicious Newman's Own all-natural dressings. 3 amazing new premium salads, only at one great place. McDonald's. Yeah, that McDonald's.
Presenting the 245 horsepower all-wheel drive Nissan Murano, an SUV for the wilds of civilized society.
Back at Fenway, 9-7. The Red Sox have the lead after 5. Well, stay tuned after the game for W.B. Mason's Extra Innings, New England's Red Sox postgame show with extra highlights, extra interviews, and extra analysis, hosted by Bob Rogers and the new lineup of studio analysts. After the last inning, the action is just beginning. Now, before the game tonight, I saw a lady in the stands with the first Wally tat that I've seen.
Wow. Very stylish. Where's that? Oh, I see it back. Wow.
Yeah. First time I've seen a Wally tattoo.
Number 2. I'm sure there'll be more to follow now that the idea is out there. Todd Jones, the second pitcher used tonight by the Red Sox.
12th appearance for Jones, a record of 2-1. His last outing Saturday against the Orioles. An inning in that game, a couple of hits and 1 earned run. He did have a strikeout.
How about a Wally tattoo for you to add to the many tattoos you already have?
I don't have any room. I'm all loaded up. I have no room for Walter.
You're all tatted up already. Kennedy with a home run in the second, a solo shot, now trying to bunt his way on down the third base line. Barehanding and throwing is Miller. Good bid, but not in time. Nice try by Bill Miller, and a bunt single for Adam Kennedy to open up the 6th inning.
Kennedy had a home run back in the second inning, followed by a strikeout. Now a bunt, a perfect bunt down that third base line. Bill Miller, you see him behind that bag, not expecting the bunt. Makes a nice effort, but Kennedy will beat it at first base. He's seen a little bit of everything in this game tonight. A lot of doubles, a lot of home runs, now bunt hits, stolen bases. Molina at the plate is the toughest guy in the American League to strike out, followed by Garciaparra. He's up there swinging. He's only walked 11 times this year and struck out 25 times.
Sounds like a lot of contact from Benji Molina, who's 0 for 2 tonight. He's grounded out to third and popped out to first base. Red Sox infield, a double play depth. And Jones able to get that one by him. Jeff Suppan's outing tonight, as you look at the plate appearances per strikeouts, and 13.6 for Molina, and then Nomar's second. Davy Cruz, we just saw in Baltimore. We'll see him again over this weekend at Fenway. Strike 2 to Molina. Suppan 5 innings tonight, giving up 7 hits, 7 runs, including the 3 home runs. He walked 1 and struck out 4. And is the pitcher of record with the Red Sox on top 9-7, and a chance for Suppan to pick up the win tonight in what was a very tough outing for him. No 2 carved foul, still 0-2. In the air to left center field. Damon on the move, still going. He'll run it down. Johnny Damon gets a great break and makes the catch knee high, running full bore into left center field to take a base hit away from Molina.
Yeah, Johnny Damon was shading Molina slightly to the opposite field, but the fly ball just stayed up there long enough so Damon and his speed could catch up to it. That ball left the bat. It looked like it had a chance to drop in, but Damon covered a lot of ground in a hurry. And Todd Jones surely likes that play.
Kennedy at first base. And here's Rob Quinlan, who's 1 for 2. He doubled and scored his last time up. I mentioned Suppan's numbers, 5 innings pitched. Through 103 pitches, 62 for strikes. On the other side, John Lackey goes 4+ innings, giving him 9 hits, 9 earned runs. He only hung around for 86 pitches, so not a good night for either starter. Jones falls behind 2-0. And the Red Sox have further action in their bullpen. The left-hander Scott Sauerbeck, who pitched on Sunday in Baltimore. Jones falling behind 3-0. Well, it appears the Red Sox have a move on the horizon coming up here at the end of the week, with what sounds like to be the activation of Casey Fossum to pitch one of those games, and it's been undetermined which one it'll be. In the day-night doubleheader, Jones walks Quinlan here with 1 out of the inning. But there are a few guys who might be pitching for their lives here with the Red Sox coming up over the next few days. The Red Sox have to make a move if they are committed to having Casey Fossum pitch one of those games on Friday. To welcome today's visitors to the Dunkin' Dugout out there in right field. Dunkin' Donuts is proud to host area youth and charity organizations. Every Red Sox home game, they're out there enjoying the game tonight. We'd like to thank Dunkin' Donuts for providing us with refreshments here in the booth. Dunkin' Donuts, just the thing. A great time out there tonight. The Red Sox lead at 9-7. A walk of Quinlan, the number 9 hitter, is 2 on with 1 away. As David Eckstein 1 for 2 with a sacrifice fly tonight. And there for a strike. For a strike, and it's 1-2.
And this lineup is set up for Mike Socia. It's tough to make pitching matchups. They go left right quite a bit. Right-handed to lead off, then a lefty, righty, lefty, couple of switch hitters.
Jones missing that time 2-2. Todd has allowed 9 runs in 4 2/3 innings over his last 5 outings. And surrendered the walk-off grand slam to Alex Rodriguez, you might remember. The 2 outs in the 11th Thursday at Texas. One down. Adam Kennedy at second. Quinlan at first. And a swing and a miss by Eckstein, who strikes out. First strikeout for Jones. 2 down. And that'll bring Grady Little out of the dugout. He's going to make the move here with Erstad coming up.
Challenge time. Todd Jones with the fastball down and away, striking out. A very tough guy to strike out. Only the 38th time that Eckstein has punched out this year.
So Sauerbeck has been warming up in the Boston pen. Todd Jones is gone. New Red Sox pitcher coming on. 9-7 Boston.
Any way you want it, the way you need it, any way you want it.
Looking for great deals on the coolest cars of summer during Ford authorized clearance? You got it. Check out Focus with a 5-year, 100,000-mile powertrain extended service plan. It's no wonder why Focus is one of Car and Driver's 10 best. Now get 0% financing on these great vehicles, or $3,000 cash back on Focus, up to $3,500 on Taurus, or up to $4,500 on Windstar. Ford authorized clearance only at your New England Ford dealer.
Millar sends it deeply to center field. Welcome to Boston, Kevin Millar.
Way back and a monster shot for Kevin Millar.
Looks up, Millar goes yard. Red Sox take a 9-8 lead in the top of the 16th inning. Struck well to left. Up towards the monster seats and a monster mash for Kevin Millar. Makes it look easy, doesn't he?
Good seats are still available by calling 877 Red Sox 9.
9-7, the Red Sox have the lead in the top of the 6th inning. Will keep cool as the summer heats up. Sport your summer threads. Get your Major League Baseball authentic caps, jerseys, T-shirts, and more at RedSox.com. The RedSox.com shop for all things baseball.
Still in the midst of the top of the 6th inning. Red Sox on top 9-7. And Boston bringing on left-hander Scott Sauerbeck.
7th appearance for Sauerbeck, 2 2/3. 1 hit, no runs, 4 walks and 3 strikeouts. Opponents hitting 100. Faced only 1 batter in the game on Sunday in Baltimore. Had a walk and then was immediately taken out of that ball game.
He's not allowed an earned run in his last 14 outings beginning July 2nd, totaling 7 1/3 innings, including, of course, 8 outings with Pittsburgh before arriving here in Boston. And in those 14 appearances, he's limited hitters to a 120 batting average. Darren Erstad bats with 2 outs and 2 on here in the top half of the 6th inning. Erstad 0 for 2 with a walk tonight. He walked and scored in the 3rd. In there for a strike. This time to Erstad. We've talked about how good a defensive center fielder Darren Erstad is. Just 2 errors in the last 352 games in the outfield. Wearing Gold Gloves in 2 of the last 3 seasons. Foul tipped, and it's 1-2.
Big sweeping breaking ball that time from Sauerbeck. As we mentioned, he'll change angles, give you a different look. Sometime drop down to the side, sometime over the top, with both his fastball and his breaking ball.
Kennedy at second, Quinlan at first, 2 down in the Anaheim 6th. The 1-2. Into right field, it'll fall for a base hit. Kennedy being waved around, he'll score. On to third goes Quinlan on the RBI single by Darren Erstad, and the Angels coming back again within a run. It's 9-8 Boston.
Hey, got to give some credit there to Erstad hanging in there against that drop down breaking ball. Sauerbeck going down a little deeper to the side, the breaking ball, and Erstad cleans it out for the base hit.
Designated hitter number 15.
Kennedy coming around with the 8th run of the night for the Angels.
And the run charged to Todd Jones, who's still responsible for Quinlan, who stands at third base now after the RBI single by Erstad. Here's Tim Salmon, who has walked, singled, and struck out tonight. Swing and a miss from Tim Salmon. Salmon's been in the DH spot. This team is without one of their bigger guys too. Brett Fulmer was on this team last year, another injured guy. And they've had their problems this season trying to keep everybody healthy on this Anaheim Angels team as they try to defend the championship, but right now does not appear to be playoff bound. 1-1 swung on and missed. Red Sox with further action in their bullpen. Mike Timlin is up in the pen. It's now a 1-run lead for the Red Sox. The 1-2. Salmon gets just a piece to stay alive. Todd Jones went 2/3 of an inning, giving up a hit and a walk. He struck out one. He's been charged with 1 run, still responsible for Quinlan at third. Tying run just 90 feet away with 2 down. The 1-2. Wow, that looked pretty good, and it's framed there by Veritek. Looked like it may have wrapped its way around the plate.
Yeah, again a different look, more over the top this time, and tried to throw that backdoor breaking ball. If it missed, it didn't miss by a lot.
Wow. The 2-2. Salmon chops it foul outside at third. Still 2-2. Tim Salmon with the longest current tenure in an Angels uniform. Tied the club record for most consecutive starts on opening day by an Angel. That's 11 opening days for him. He tied Brian Downing. Up and away, and now full count. Downing was the starter from 79 through 89 for Anaheim. Leading on deck, Garrett Anderson with a full count and 2 outs. Cue shot foul off the end of the bat.
All breaking balls in this at bat to Tim Salmon. Some from different angles.
Salmon with 14 home runs this season so far. He's 17 home runs shy of the 300 milestone. The 3-2. Salmon lifts it to left, driving it back and off the scoreboard. In from third base comes Quinlan. To third goes Erstad on the RBI long single for Tim Salmon that has tied the score again. It's 9-9 this time.
Breaking ball after breaking ball, and finally Salmon able to track one and hit it off that scoreboard. Again, the curveball. Salmon line drive off the wall, ties the ball game. Not a night to be a pitcher here at Fenway.
That takes Jeff Suppan out of the equation as far as the decision goes. Todd Jones charged with the 2 runs that Anaheim has so far. Sauerbeck has let a couple of inherited runners score. Jones going 2/3 of an inning, giving up 2 runs. The Red Sox not out of the woods yet. The go-ahead run 90 feet away. And the first pitch in there for a strike to Garrett Anderson. swing, and it's 0-2. 9 runs on 10 hits. No errors for Anaheim. 9 runs on 9 hits. No errors for the Red Sox. It's not been a pretty night for the pitching. Swing and a miss. Anderson goes lunging, and Sauerbeck shows why he's so tough on lefties. But Anaheim comes up with 2, and we're all tied at 9.
Fill your glasses for a toast.
Champagne?
Good move. A quality beer drinker doesn't compromise a Samuel Adams lager. Always a good decision.
Until you start your day at Dunkin' Donuts, things are just a little off.
Right. Got it. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, that's great news. I appreciate it. Goodbye. Well, I've got some fantastic news.
I'm out of here.
No, it was Geico. Just saved myself a bunch of money on my car insurance.
Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
Back at Fenway, a wild night, 9-9 as we go to the bottom of the 6th. Red Sox Fantasy Camp for Kids is coming up August 18th and 19th at the Melrose Sports Complex. Boys and girls, 7 to 15 will enjoy 2 days of baseball instruction, an appearance by Louis Tion, and a trip to Fenway Park where campers will be introduced prior to the August 19th game. To reserve your spot, call 1-800-336-2267. I don't know. A little young, huh, Don?
So, yeah.
Could be trouble.
Want to get the Rem Dog arrested. The last half of the 6th inning, Jason Varitek, Johnny Damon, and Bill Miller. Let's check with the Rem Dog in jail. Jerry. Varitek doubled in the 4th, 1 for 2 as he struck out in the 3rd. Yankees on top now 6-1 it appears, in Oakland on top 7-2. So the Yankees and A's are winning tonight. For a strike to Varitek. 1-2 now to the Red Sox catcher. Greg Jones back out there again. He retired all 3 Red Sox that he faced coming on in the 5th inning. He arrived on the scene with a runner at 2nd and nobody out. Struck out Millar, Nixon, and then got Walker to fly out. And he opens up this inning by striking out Jason Varitek, his 3rd K for the right-handed reliever.
Matt Jones doing his part to try to calm this game down. From the Angels' point of view, 3 of the 4 batters he's faced, he struck out. A lot of breaking balls. Again to Varitek. Both managers looking for a hot hand right now.
Johnny Damon showing bunt and taking the strike. He's grabbed the attention of the Angels' 3rd baseman Scott Spezio.
So Timlin continues to throw down in that bullpen for the Red Sox, so we may see him in the 7th inning.
Spezio, Devannon, and Kennedy would be the 3. To left field as Damon tries to go the opposite way. Anderson, with first look, got a bad read, but he's able to recover, ducking back. And there's 2 down here in the bottom of the 6th inning.
Number 11, Bill Miller.
2 down, and here comes Bill Miller. He singled and scored in the 3rd. He's 1 for 3 tonight. And the batting average at 3:30 for Bill Miller. The Angels are 8-5 at Fenway Park since 2000. And there for a strike in the count now 1-1. Anaheim after this 3-game series with the Red Sox will be headed to Cleveland, which a lot of teams go from here to New York or vice versa, but they're heading to Cleveland to take on the Indians.
One of the drawbacks of being on the West Coast, you make a lot of trips back east during the course of the season.
I don't think Seattle would have the longest travel.
I think they travel more miles than anybody. Oh, the Expo. That's a good point. Mike Narachi, the Expos this year. Have to go to Puerto Rico.
That must really be tough on them to play so many home games in Puerto Rico. I think that situation will have to come to a head very soon.
Yeah, that's really horrible the way it is now for the Expos. Hopefully they'll be able to get that thing squared away.
I would imagine the Players Union will become involved with that again after seeing all the travel and everything that's taken place this year. No walk for Bill Miller with 2 outs here in the 6th, and Nomar coming up. He jacked a 3-run home run in the 3rd inning and singled in the 5th. 2 for 3 in the ball game tonight. Nomar offering appeared to change his mind in the middle and couldn't hold back. Jones had retired the first 5 Red Sox that he faced coming in, but a 2-out walk to Bill Miller continues the inning. He gives Nomar a chance. Bouncing in, Molina can't find it right away. It's behind the umpire. Miller's going to try it, and the throw down is not in time. Molina, of course, hurrying the throw, and he threw it to the first base side of second. A good throw probably has Bill Miller, but he's at second base and in scoring position now.
Yeah, Molina trying to rush and get it to second as quickly as possible. It was a late break at first base by Bill Miller. Once he realized the ball had got by Molina, that's when he takes off. It's behind the umpire. The quick release, and not quite in time to get Miller as he goes around the tag and gets the bag with his hand.
Nomar hits it in the air to left. Over goes Anderson shy of the track, and he'll make the catch to retire the side. Red Sox strand a runner in scoring position. We played 6, and we're all tied at 9.
Megabucks ticket today. Please play responsibly.
Downey's Toyota, the exclusive home of Logan the service dog, and we're also Maine's #1 selling Toyota dealer, both new and used. With over 500 import and domestic vehicles in stock, we have a car, truck, SUV, or van for everyone, and we will beat any advertised price on a new Toyota in Maine. For quality, selection, and service, and the lowest price, Downey's Toyota across from the new Super Walmart on Wilson Street in Brewer. Call us at 1-800-TOYOTAS. Take Logan's advice, check anywhere you wish first, but check us last. Right, Logan?
Are you fast enough to make millions of hearts race? Strong enough to drive away fear? Cool enough to make the competition sweat? They are. The drama of the NASCAR Championship, coming to TNT.
NASCAR Racing on TNT is brought to you by Chase Toys on the Thorndike Road in Unity. 948-5729.
What's for dinner?
I don't know. What do you want?
I don't know.
Antonio?
Chicken cacciatore. Fantastico, no? And for dessert. Buy your Megabucks ticket today.
Bellissimo.
Please play responsibly.
Sox baseball in Nesson is brought to you by Dodge. By Samuel Adams Boston Lager. And by Foxwoods Resort Casino. Don Orsillo and Jerry Remy back at Fenway Park as we head to the 7th inning, tied at 9. The Red Sox will use their 4th pitcher of the night, right-hander Mike Timlin, into the game.
49th appearance for Timlin. His record stands at 3-3. Opponents average at 258. Still only 5 walks in 59 2/3 innings. Timlin last worked in that Baltimore series on Saturday. A third of an inning. Gave up a couple of earned runs against the O's, as they like to call them down in Baltimore.
Well, the attendance tonight, 34,678. And it is sellout number 31 of the year, the 21st sellout in a row here at Fenway Park. And the Red Sox hosting the Anaheim Angels in what has been an all-offensive night here tonight. As the game is tied 9-9 into the top of the 7th inning, Scott Spiezio, Jeff Devannon, and Adam Kennedy expected in the inning to face Mike Timlin. Spiezio's 2 for 3, including a solo home run tonight, his 11th of the year. He rattles this to center, sending Johnny Damon back. Makes the catch for out number 1.
Red Sox cruise January 18th to the 25th aboard the Celebrity Cruise Line Millennium, departing from Fort Lauderdale with stops in Puerto Rico, the Dominican Republic, St. Thomas, and the Bahamas. Join Grady Little, Don Orsillo, Louis Tian, and Dot Narachi. For more information, call 1-800-421-0650. Number 1 fan from, what is it, Norma, Vermont?
Vermont, yeah. 1 down for Devannon. He's 0 for 2 with a sacrifice fly. Now it's at the plate. It's 0-2. Jeff Suppan starting tonight, going the first 5, giving up 7 runs. Todd Jones, 2/3 of an inning, touched for 2 runs. As Sauerbeck allowed some inherited runners to score as he went 1/3 of an inning, giving up 2 hits. And now Timlin working the 7th inning in a 9-9 ball game. 0-2 misses, and it's 1-2 now to Devannon. Jeff Devannon, the son of former Angel Jerry Devannon. Really father-son combination in Angels history. There's strike 3, and Jeff Devannon strikes out here as Mike Timlin gets him for out number 2 of the inning.
Timlin going inside with the fastball to pick up the inside corner. Certainly Devannon didn't think so. Veritek hardly has to move that glove at all. And Jim Joyce with the strikeout call.
Two down for Adam Kennedy, who homered in the 2nd, struck out in the 3rd, and reached on a bunt single his last time up. An off-balance cut that time at Mike Timlin's pitch.
Aren't you going to Vermont?
No. Vermont Day is coming up, but I'm not going.
Okay.
Because we are playing that day. The 0-1 is fouled off. Only Connecticut and New Hampshire. I'm not sure who's doing Vermont. But that's coming up.
Did he make the play?
I don't know.
He's ready for one, though, isn't he?
Yes, he is.
Got the glove, the hat.
That's great. One, 2 to Adam Kennedy. 2 down here in the top half of the 7th inning. Red Sox pitching, trying to get the first 1-2-3 inning of the night. The Angels pitching staff actually has 2 of those. The starting pitcher John Lackey retired the first 6 Red Sox he faced, so Austin going 1-2-3 in the 1st and the 2nd. The Red Sox pitchers have not had a 1-2-3 inning tonight. Kennedy sends it foul, and it's still 1-2.
It's amazing, this crowd. It's a huge crowd at Fenway, but it's been very quiet at times tonight. Strange game. They went nuts in the third inning when the Red Sox put the 7 on the board. Kind of muggy anyway to be. We thought it was humid down in Baltimore. This is pretty humid up here too, isn't it?
A little bit on the sticky side tonight.
Supposed to be like this all week.
Back and forth. We've gone here tonight and tied at 9 in the 7th inning. So the crowd's been up and down again, and right now just taking it all in with a 9-9 ball game in the 7th. 1-2. Grounded foul. Look out. Well, that got in the crowd in a hurry.
Did Boomer make the play on that?
No, it was a little bit short of where Boomer is. He is down there, but a few rows from where the action was. He was telling him to go back. The football season right around the corner for the Boomer. He'll be all fired up for NFL prime time. 1-2, softly lined and caught in the air by Todd Walker to end the inning. In order for the first time tonight go the Anaheim Angels. We're still tied at 9.
Drinks before lunch?
Water's fine for me. Water for me too, but with lemon, please.
I'll have a Sam Adams, please.
Make that 2 Sam Adams.
Oh, I'll have a Sam also. Me 4.
Nice. Never miss an opportunity to enjoy a tasty Samuel Adams lager, especially when it's on someone else's tab. Samuel Adams, always a good decision.
Presenting the 245 horsepower all-wheel drive Nissan Murano, an SUV for the wilds of civilized society.
Suarez, I have some good news. I'm taking you out.
Oh, you said you had good news.
I do. I just saved a bunch of money on my car insurance by switching to Geico. Give me the ball.
Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
7th inning stretch at Fenway, all tied at 9. Angels, Red Sox. Will ever dream of catching a Red Sox game from the luxurious 406 Club? Beginning August 12th, the New England Ford dealers are giving away 4 406 Club tickets to a lucky winner every Tuesday for the duration of the season. For your chance to win, visit boston.com/Nesson and tune into WB Mason Extra Innings every Tuesday to see if you're a winner.
You ever been in the 406 Club before?
Not to watch a game, no.
Very, very nice.
Plenty of functions I've been to in there, but not to watch a game. This is the 406 Club.
Well, that's where you guys used to work, right? Where those seats are now.
We would be down in this, somewhere in this area here, yeah. That would have been our booth.
Well, we head to the bottom of the 7th inning. The Angels with the new pitcher. They're at 3rd of the night. Brendan Donnelly.
What a year this guy is having. 45th appearance. Check out the ERA. 0.67. That is the best in baseball. Opponents only hitting 171 against him. 61 strikeouts in 53 and 2/3 innings.
He's 31 years of age. His first year of pro baseball was 92, and he did not reach the big leagues until last season, which is great perseverance for Donnelly, who went all those years in the minor leagues, including a stop in independent baseball in '99 with the National Pride, New Hampshire. And the many stops for him in his minor league career. Manny Ramirez stands in, 1 for 2 with a walk and a single. This is popped up foul. And back onto the screen, out of the reach of Benji Molina. Among the ERA leaders from relief pitchers, he is number 1. Sagawa's had a great year for the Mariners as well. And Kelly Wunsch of the White Sox.
I was thinking, Don, is our audio piped into the 406 Club?
I think it is. Do you want to say something to the 406 Club?
No, I was curious because I heard that a couple of weeks ago, and I don't know if that's happened or not.
I think they are a captive audience. The 0-1 is 1-1.
If you can hear us in the 406 Club, just wave. Oh, yeah, it is.
How about that?
Isn't that something?
There's a serious amount of waving going on, so apparently they can hear us very well.
Can you hear us between innings if you can wave?
Hello,
I don't think they can.
No. Hello, 406 Club. A 1-1 misses away to Ramirez. 2-1.
Those poor people have to sit there and listen to us for 9 innings.
Whether they want to or not. Those are great seats. I've been in there before a couple times. Swing and a miss by Ramirez. Evens up at 2-2. And he got a hit his last time up. He's 1 for 2 with a walk so far tonight. This is inside, and now a full count to Ramirez. Yeah, if they can hear us in between innings, that's not such a great thing.
Yeah, I would hope that would not be the case.
Because we have some pretty interesting banter here in between innings. And he takes. And it's ball 4 to Ramirez. A leadoff walk to begin things here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Let's check in with Tom Caron. Tom?
Don, thank you. Our Citizens Bank, not your typical van. I guarantee you this guy's not typical. Tyler Hamilton competed in the Tour de France, won stage 16. You're from Marblehead, and that's pretty amazing considering how it all began for you.
Yeah, you know, it started out with a bad accident where I broke my collarbone on the very first stage, and I basically had to grit my teeth for the whole Tour de France, and it worked out to go okay.
You rode some 2,000 miles with a broken collarbone.
Yeah, it was difficult to say the least.
What was winning the stage like?
Yeah, it was incredible. It was to win a stage of the Tour de France. It's for me, it's a dream come true, and it really made me forget about all the disappointments before that.
Parade for you tomorrow in Marblehead. You get to throw out the first pitch tonight, and then you go back to Europe on Friday. Pretty busy week.
Yeah, it's a busy week, but it's great to be home. And last night was my first time back here in 7 months, so it's great to be home, and it's nice to be here in Fenway Park.
All right, Tyler Hamilton, are not your typical fan, guys.
Thanks, Tom. Boy, I guess he's not your typical fan.
What a gutsy performance that was.
That is an extremely painful injury. I can't imagine bicycling your way through it.
You know what's kind of sad is you see the effort that he put in, Tyler, with the separated shoulder, and no complaints, just kept on riding. And then you got Wally here getting oxygen at the end of a 2-day race. He was a right-handed too, and he threw out the first pitch with that bad shoulder.
Ortiz pops it a foul off the left side. And Wally really didn't even bicycle, did he? He was just kind of in that cage in the front of Stacy's bike, right? So
I think he did some of the miles. Yeah.
Oh, did he pick up like a leg of the trip?
I think so. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Not only the third pitcher used tonight by the Anaheim Angels, a leadoff walk to Manny Ramirez. Now dealing with David Ortiz with a count of 1-2. A 9-9 ball game here in the last half of the 7th inning. Up and away, and it's 2-2. Red Sox exploding with a 7-run third inning tonight. And leads of 7-5 and 9-7. We would have Anaheim come back on both occasions. Now it's 9-9. Up Up and away, and it's a full count to Ortiz.
And it's a game that's going to come down to the bullpens. The Angel bullpen has been one of the tops in the league this season. Red Sox much improved, obviously.
The Red Sox have already used Todd Jones. Scott Sauerbeck, Mike Timlin in relief. Anaheim on their second reliever, Brendan Donnelly. There goes Manny. Ortiz swinging away, and it's chopped to second. Kennedy fires to first, but with Manny in motion, the Red Sox staying out of any possible double play scenario. And Ramirez is in scoring position with one down.
As crazy as this game has been, 9-9, you're in a tie ball game, so the one run very important. Grady Little sending Manny on the 3-2 count. They stay away from the double play, and Manny gets in a scoring position. Well, that's where you really hope you get that contact from David Ortiz, because obviously Manny not getting a great jump on 3-2. You got to make sure the ball's going home. Ortiz does make the contact. He makes an out, but he does get Manny in the scoring position.
Here comes Kevin Millar, who hit a 3-run home run back in the third inning. His 18th home run of the season. Otherwise, he's flied to left and struck out looking. For a strike to Millar. If you like a lot of runs, this is your kind of game.
Yeah, I think when you think of Fenway, you know, this is the kind of game you think about.
Yeah.
A lot of hits, a lot of runs.
And the Red Sox have scored a lot of runs at home this season. 35-16 record here at Fenway Park. All off the right side, backing out of play, and Millar in the hole, 0-2. And he stands at second base. In a 9-9 game here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Works Millar away that time. Both bullpens are quiet right now, as Mike Timlin enjoyed the Red Sox first 1-2-3 inning of the night on behalf of the Red Sox pitching staff. It took until the 7th inning to accomplish that, and Timlin did it. Spezio, Devannon, and Kennedy was able to retire in order to end the top half of this inning. 1-2, and Millar strikes out. And lunging after that pitch, first strikeout for Donnelly, and there's 2 down now in the bottom of the 7th.
Cut fastball, a slider here. Excuse me, some late movement on this pitch. Off the outside part of the plate. You know, when you look at the Angel bullpen, they do not have a lefty in there right now. Scott Schoenweiss, of course, was traded to the White Sox, and they are all right-handed now out of the bullpen. Matter of fact, the only lefty on their staff is Washburn.
The lowest ERA as a staff. We saw Donnelly's great numbers, and he's contributed to that number, of course. Rod Nixon stands in. Nixon with a double in the 3rd, since then he's lined out to first and struck out. This is line foul down towards Canvas Alley, and it's 1-1. But what a difference between the bullpen for Anaheim and their starting staff. The bullpen with a 2.67 earned run average overall in the year, which tops in the American League, which we just saw. While the starting staff coming into tonight has a 4.87 earned run average, which is 10th in the American League, and certainly their starter tonight, John Lackey, will not help that number out much with 9 earned runs in 4+ innings for Mike Scioscia. Nixon sends this into left center field for a base hit. Ramirez being waved around with the go-ahead run. Red Sox lead it 10-9. Nixon drives in the go-ahead run.
Well, you got to look back. It doesn't seem like a big thing at the time, but sending Manny on the 3-2 count gets him in a scoring position. The Red Sox stay away from the double play, and then Nixon, with 2 outs, goes to the opposite field on an outside pitch. Nixon picks up his 68th run batted in. The Red Sox once again take the lead.
Now Todd Walker is 0 for 3. He's grounded out and flied out on 2 occasions. Manny Ramirez's leadoff walk comes around to score. As Walker fouls this one off the Angels catcher, Benji Molina. A little professional courtesy here from home plate umpire Jim Joyce, who gives him some extra time. Two down, Nixon at first. A run in for the Red Sox here in the bottom of the 7th. Evens up at 1-1 now to Walker. The Angels were well represented in the All-Star game. Donnelly was actually the winning pitcher. Deals with the 1-1. Walker sends it down the right field line. And that'll get back and out of play. Garrett Anderson was the game MVP. Mike Sosher, of course, the winning manager. Brendan Donnelly was the winning pitcher for the American League.
And Mike Sosher managed, like it was a real game. Yeah. Did a good job managing that All-Star game under some difficult conditions, really. One of those years where you can't get everybody in.
1-2. Opposite way, backhanded, or Spezio tried to, and he boxed it down on the ball that had a lot of English on it. And reaching at first is Walker. Up to second goes Nixon, and the inning continues.
This should go as a base hit, I would think, for Todd Walker. Not an easy play for Spezio. You mentioned, Don, this ball had all kind of spin on it as he just sliced the ball down that third baseline. A long way to go for Spezio. It bounces up, hits him in the heel of the glove.
The Red Sox will have a pinch runner as Damian Jackson takes over at first base for Todd Walker. So Jackson running at first. And it is a hit for Todd Walker, his first of the night.
That may be the kind of hit. Sometimes that's the one that gets you out of a slump.
Well, Jason Varitek 1 for 3 tonight. He doubled in the 4th inning. He struck out twice in the game. The Sox grabbing the lead here in the bottom of the 7th inning and trying to obtain some insurance now. On the inside corner for Varitek. He looks back in the direction of Jim Joyce. Who had walked 14 and 53 and 2/3 innings, walked the leadoff man in this inning, Manny Ramirez, and it becomes costly as the Red Sox grab the go-ahead run after just his 14th walk of the season. And the Red Sox looking for more. 2 on, 2 outs, and Molina will head out and talk to Donnelly.
There have been some long innings in this one.
action in the Anaheim bullpen as Rodriguez is up. And Cisco Rodriguez, a right-handed pitcher.
What an incredible offseason he had. Came out of nowhere last year and was the star of the playoffs World Series for the Angels out of that bullpen. Earned the name K-Rod.
The 1-1 grounded back to the mound. Donnelly has it, throws to first. A little bit of a high throw, but Quinlan's there, and the Red Sox are gone. They get the go-ahead run, though. We played 7-10-9 Red Sox.
Searching other websites for low fares? Better get comfortable. Just go to Southwest.com for Southwest Airlines $39 to $99 internet specials when you purchase by August 28th.
You are now free to move about the country.
What's that? It's an old Tacoma. It can't be broken. Nah.
What makes Toyota Tacoma such a great value?
Hit a hand?
No. I just wanted to remember where I was when I hit 200,000 miles.
Ask someone you know who drives one.
Thanks, boys.
Yeah, I got it. Honey, I got it.
There's a new neighborhood service.
I think I am an idiot.
It's Applebee's to go.
Roof!
Get anything from our famous house sirloin to our oriental chicken salad.
Roof!
It's not fast food.
Roof!
It's Applebee's food fast. All you gotta do is get it home. You got it.
Yeah, I got it.
Eating good in the neighborhood.
Keith, I'm going to have to cancel. I can't find a space. Maybe next week.
Hey, look, that guy's leaving. Why don't you go get your car? I'll go outside and save that spot for you.
Oh, thanks. Thanks.
See you soon. Hey, Mom. Hey, Dad. Look, I'm sorry about that, but you understand, right?
Back at Fenway Park as we head to the 8th inning, 10-9, Red Sox on top. And Rhode Island here tonight. We had Vermont earlier, now Rhode Island represented.
Gee, everybody I work with is from Rhode Island. You're from Rhode Island, Mike Narachi from Rhode Island, Pat Cavanaugh from Rhode Island. Well represented here at Fenway.
It'll be Benji Molina, Rob Quinlan, and David Eckstein here in the 8th. Damian Jackson takes over at second base after he ran for Todd Walker. Now takes over for him at second base. Benji Molina 0 for 3. He's grounded out, flied out twice. For strike one. Are you all right over there? We had a little mishap last inning.
Yeah, everything's fine. No blood, I don't think.
What was it that fell on you there during the inning?
Well, he had this telestrator up here, but the bottom part of it is like underneath where we are.
It's very heavy.
And it just tipped. And it tipped right on my shin.
The thing that amazed me was that even though you may have at home heard the ouch part of it, there could have been more had you not been the professional that you truly are.
Nobody did see the tears coming out of my eyes either.
I did.
Man, that hurt.
I did.
It's all secure now, though.
You know, if you're hurt at work, you can do something about that. You know, I mean, you know, maybe it's worse than you think. Maybe.
No disabled list. I'm all right. I walked it off between innings. Got stitched up.
One and two, the count to Molina. And he goes fishing for that one and strikes out. Second strikeout for Timlin. He's been pretty impressive since coming on.
The state tuned after the game for W.B. Mason's Extra Innings, New England's Red Sox post-game show with extra highlights, extra interviews, and extra analysis, hosted by Bob Rogers. And a new lineup of studio analysts. Dennis Eckersley in the house tonight. After the last inning, the action's just beginning. Scott Williamson will be a guest tonight, and if time permits, Adam Jupiter will also be on.
There is Scott Williamson up in the Boston bullpen. You mean Alex Juniper or
Adam Jupiter?
Oh, Adam Jupiter.
The show goes 3 hours. He's got a shot.
He has no shot. They go 5 hours. Rob Quinlan was 1 for 2 with a walk. This sent it down the left field line, bending back into the seats, foul. And Quinlan is quickly down 0-2. Well, Mike Timlin's looked very good since coming on. The fastball's been around 94 miles per hour for Timlin. He's retired all 4 Anaheim Angels that he has faced. This is that time, 1-2. Quinlan was recalled from AAA Salt Lake last Sunday, sitting at .310. 9 home runs, 95 games. He's an all-star in the PCL this year, and sends it through the right side. So that breaks up a string of 4 in a row retired by Mike Timlin, a 1-out single, and the second hit of the night for Rob Quinlan.
You know, we just watched Tony Batista all weekend down in Baltimore with that wide open stance. Not as drastic for Quinlan, but similar, where he starts out with a wide open stance, then closes it up as the ball comes to the plate.
Just to bring Grady Little out with David Eckstein coming up. Scott Williamson has been up in the bullpen, not for very long, but maybe long enough. As Grady makes his way to the mound, Mike Timlin works an inning and a third if he is indeed done giving up a hit, and he is done. So the Red Sox will use their 5th pitcher of the night. We'll step aside, come back to Fenway. We're in the midst of the top of the 8th. It's 10-9 Boston.
Hey, your world has more depth than a sound bite, more dimension than your laptop. You want to have a point of view, to be a more interesting boyfriend, to get a job. Yes, you make a promise to be informed every day. A promise made in writing.
The Boston Globe, your world unfolding daily.
Did I mention one of the best sports sections in the country? Yeah.
Introducing Wrangler Rubicon, the mightiest G4x4 ever.
Back at Fenway, the Red Sox have the 10-9 lead with 1 out here in the top of the 8th. Well, now it's time for the Sam Adams good decision of the game, and the good decision with nobody out made by Mike Cubbage, the third base coach, on a base hit by Randy Ramirez. He catches the outfielder back on his heels just a bit and down to 1 knee. That allows him to wave home Nomar, and Nomar scores the run. Sam Adams, when you're ready for a tasty brew, always a good decision.
Well, Mike Cubbage with that good decision down there, and Mike's done a great job this season for the Red Sox at third base. And the Red Sox are the new pitchers. They will use their 5th pitcher of the night, Scott Williamson.
3rd appearance in a Red Sox uniform, an inning and 2/3, 1 hit, no runs, no walks and a strikeout. His last outing coming at Baltimore on Sunday, 2/3 of an inning in that ball game. So Red Sox fans tonight getting a chance to see some of the new additions to this ball club at Fenway Park for the first time.
David Eckstein, the top of the Anaheim order. And to pinch runner for the Anaheim Angels as Alfredo. You want to try it? Amazaga.
I was practicing this one before the game.
Amazaga runs at first for Quinlan. Am I close?
I got Amazuga. See the pronunciation?
Is it actually in there?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Well, then we'll try that. I'll go with the pronunciation. Amazuga. Okay. Williamson missing as he falls behind David Eckstein. Eckstein with a single. He scored a run in the third. 1 for 3 tonight with a sac fly, David Eckstein.
Gus Eckstein, the kind of guy that Mike Scioscia can put a play on, hit and run possible.
Amazuga at first base, held on over there by Kevin Millar. We'll check. Very close. Amazuga able to get back.
Sliding toward the outside, the outfield side of the bag. Get as far away from that sweep tag as possible. And just barely gets back in time.
You know, the 1-0 bluff at first doesn't go, and there is a strike. 1-1. Amazuga, 14 stolen bases this year at the AAA level for Anaheim and Salt Lake of the Pacific Coast League. Williamson, another throw over. Last time he had bluffed at first base like he was going to go and did not go. So Williamson checking on him again. Sox have had leads of 7-5, 9-7. Now they're on top 10-9 as Anaheim has come back in each instance so far until now, as they threaten to do so here in the top of the 8th.
Another bluff that time, and if they're likely to put a play on, it could happen here on the 2-1 count. Amazuga did spend about 12 games last year with the Major League Angels. Been rated one of their top prospects in the organization for the past 3 years.
They have some good ones in that Anaheim organization. Throw over for Williamson, and Amazuga back in plenty of time. Two-1 to Eckstein. There goes the runner. This is chopped foul outside of third. So Amazuga was taken off with the pitch.
Yeah, they tried the hit and run, but the breaking ball stayed up and in on Eckstein, and all he could do was kind of chop at it and hit it foul.
Well, the Angels have not been 5 games under 500 this season, but they come into tonight's action at 53 and 57, trailing by a run. We're over again and diving back Amazuga. Williamson has thrown 4 pitches since coming on. He's thrown to first many more times than he has thrown home since coming in. At first, Eckstein chops it to third. Bill Miller has one play and throws to first for the putout. And Mazuga goes up into scoring position as he was off with the pitch. 2 down.
Now, Red Sox had a big play like that when they scored last inning. Manny going on the 3-2 count, got in scoring position. And Mazuga now in scoring position at second base. Eckstein almost found that hole at shortstop. They had Nomar covering second. But the ground ball, fortunately for the Red Sox, goes to Bill Miller at third base. There was a big hole over there.
And Dave Wallace, the acting pitching coach, coming out of the Red Sox dugout as they'll get ready to face Darren Erstad. It'll be Williamson who does so. Nobody up in the Red Sox bullpen. So a strategic conversation going on here with the potential tying run in scoring position for Anaheim here in the top of the 8th. Down at Pawtucket at McCoy Stadium tonight, you may have heard about Kevin Youkilis, whose on-base streak of 71 games, and only 2 longer than his in Major League history. Ted Williams reaching 84 consecutive games at 49, and Joe DiMaggio 74 games in a row. But Youkilis getting on base with 71 games, and we're told tonight so far he was 0 for 4 at McCoy Stadium for the Pawtucket Red Sox against the Syracuse Sky Chiefs. So that may be coming to an end tonight.
I think it did, Don. I think it's official now. Yeah. Kind of figures, you know, once you start getting some attention about it, it ends.
Comes to an end. That's still an impressive streak for a guy that I'm sure we'll hear from in the very near future. Kevin Youkilis, one of the big Red Sox prospects. Line foul back into the seats. Red Sox ended up losing that game, I'm told now. Against Syracuse 9-0.
Yeah, I think between innings, as I was walking off my injury, I heard that announcement made out in the press box.
Erstad down 0-1. Mazuga at second base with his lead. Inside to Erstad.
I read somewhere, did you mention the fact that Kevin Millar had that record?
Yes.
Or has that record?
Did not mention it, but it is true. He had that record. It was just broken by Kevin Youkilis.
He did it the year he played in Portland, I believe.
That's correct. He's a member of the Portland Sea Dogs. And they were affiliated with the Florida Marlins. Big swing by Erstad. 1-2 now to the Angels center fielder.
Speaking with Veritek in Baltimore after Williamson's first outing with the Red Sox, and it's tough for a guy like Veritek who hasn't caught him before. And you got a guy that's got, a nasty slider and also the split finger. Takes a while for those guys to get on the same page.
To Erstad on the ground right side. Damian Jackson plays the hop, and the throw low, but Millar does a nice job of getting it in the glove to end the inning. Anaheim strands the runner in scoring position onto the bottom of the 8th. 10-9 Red Sox.
Some people don't realize how many nonstop flights Southwest offers, so we created this simple color-coded map to help. Baltimore to LA is red. Phoenix to Raleigh-Durham, blue. Chicago to Seattle, yellow. LA to Austin, canary yellow. Orlando to Albuquerque, teal. Las Vegas to Houston, aquamarine. Buffalo to Phoenix, beige umber. San Jose to Baltimore, pistachio. Oakland to Chicago, sea green. Albany to Orlando, puce. Tampa to St. Louis, pinkish. New Orleans to San Diego, kinda green.
You are now free to move about the country.
Introducing the new Nissan Murano for your adventures in on-roading.
Ever wonder what it would be like to spend the day at Fenway Park in Nesson? Here's your chance with the Extra Mart Hitting for the Cycle Sweepstakes. Enter at Extra Mart. You could win the Nesson All-Access Pass. On August 27th, tour Fenway Park in the Nesson Studios. Watch batting practice. Meet Nesson broadcasters Don and Jerry. See the Sox battle the Blue Jays. And after the game, watch Nesson's post-game show live in studio. Enter at any one of over 150 convenient Extra Mart locations for your chance to win.
Del Orsillo and Jerry Remy back at Fenway Park as we get ready for the last of the 8th inning. Time now for the game summary. And a lot of offense between the two clubs tonight. Millard, Garcia-Parra each with 3-run home runs tonight. Manny Ramirez with a single and a couple of walks. And he scored 3 times. The Angels have had 3 solo home runs. They all came off. Tonight started Jeff Suppan. Lasted 5 innings, giving up 7 runs. While John Lackey hung in there for 4 innings, but he was touched for 9 runs. As the Red Sox lead at 10-9, heading to the bottom of the 8th. Anaheim with some defensive changes. Amazuga, who came on to run, takes over at third base now, and moving from third to first base is Scott Spezio. And the new pitcher on for Anaheim is Francisco Rodriguez.
41st appearance, a 5-2 record for Rodriguez. 62 strikeouts in 60 innings. Opponents only hitting 181.
Johnny Damon will lead it off here in the bottom of the 8th inning. Red Sox looking to obtain some insurance on top by a run. And the breaking ball in there for a strike. Chop left side. Eckstein throws a one-hopper to first. It's dug out by Spezio. Always seems to manage to get just enough to get it there. This time he needs some help on the other side by Spezio.
Yeah, he played this almost like you would play it on artificial surface. Get rid of the ball as quick as you can and one-hop it over to first base. Here's the quick release off the grass and a nice bounce into the glove for Scott Spezio. Eckstein plays a little bit shallower than most shortstops.
One down. Bill Miller's 1 for 3 with a walk as he grounds it on 2 hops to second. Kennedy throws out Miller, and there's 2 down here in the bottom of the 8th. Yun Kim up in the Boston bullpen as he prepares for the Anaheim 9th. And he'll be facing a very difficult part of the order. Tim Salmon, Garrett Anderson, and Scott Spezio, the expected trio in the 9th. As Garcia-Parra fouls back the first pitch that he sees from Francisco Rodriguez. Nomar, the 3-run home run back in the 3rd inning, part of the 7-run. Bottom of the 3rd for the Red Sox. His 19th home run of the season. Nomar down 0-2.
Pretty nasty slide hit by Rodriguez. A lot of elbows and knees coming at you. Then that breaking ball.
He qualifies as a rookie this year, making his first opening day roster.
He didn't come up right till September?
Right. Yeah, right at the end.
Was it after September? How could it be on the postseason roster? It had to be just prior to that.
I think it was prior to that.
Yeah.
You know, we all know what he was able to accomplish in the postseason. The Anaheim bullpen, largely the reason that they won the championship. A 1-2 pitch. In there for strike 3. Wow, nasty. Rodriguez with a 1-2-3, bottom of the 8th. We're on to the 9th. Red Sox on top 10-9.
For extra convenience, extra value, and extra service, stop at Extra Mart.
How would you like to win a new Honda Element? Well, here's your chance. All this month, come into Extra Mart for your chance to win the coolest SUV on the planet, the new 2003 Honda Element. Get in your element at Extra Mart. And while you're here, pick up your favorite Elements drink in the new aluminum bottle. Elements, liquid action.
With over 150 locations throughout New England, be smart. Shop Extra Mart.
We're coming to you live from the Nomar Bowl. We just heard the unbelievable news that Nomar is giving up baseball and is going to be a professional bowler.
I know a lot of guys are trying to talk him out of it, but, you know, it's crazy. It's just crazy enough to work.
Have you seen Nomar bowl?
He shouldn't quit his day job. Bowling doesn't pay enough. I mean, it's not even close.
Stick to baseball.
I'm using the bumpers next time. I'm hitting it off.
Nomar Bowl, presented by Mohegan Sun, August 13th, only on Nesson.
McDonald's new Chicken McNuggets are made with all-white meat and are sprinkled with seasonings created by a fine chef. We like to think of it as poulet mignon at McDonald's. Yes, that McDonald's.
The never-ending search for a warm breast of chicken on a great salad just ended. Introducing premium salads with grilled or crispy chicken at McDonald's. Yeah, that McDonald's.
Boston Red Sox baseball on Nesson is brought to you by Southwest Airlines, by New England Ford dealers, and by the Bone and Joint Center at Caritas St. Elizabeth, where you don't have to be an all-star to be treated like one. Well, we head to the ninth, 10-9. Red Sox on top. And Byung-Hyun Kim into the game to pitch the ninth.
7 for 8 in save opportunities for Kim as we look at new Red Sox David McCarty over at first base as a defensive replacement. Just joining the club today with Giambi going on the save list. There are the numbers for Kim. Picked up the save Sunday, a 2-inning save for Kim, allowing 3 hits and a couple of earned runs.
So McCarty taking over at first base in his Red Sox debut here tonight, obtained by the Red Sox today and activated in there tonight. Tim Salmon to lead it off. McCarty known mostly for his defense and in there for defensive purposes here in the top of the ninth inning. A very good defensive first baseman. Lead off waivers today. Saw some limited time with the Oakland A's spending the bulk of the year at AAA. Played 91 games at AAA as Salmon just came out of the shoes after that pitch, and he's down 0-2. Salmon tonight 2 for 3 with a run batted in, a couple of singles. Strikes him out. Salmon pulled on that pitch, and Kim strikes out Salmon to open up the ninth.
This copyrighted telecast presented by authority of the Boston Red Sox may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. In addition, the accounts and description of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Boston Red Sox.
Well, Garrett Anderson, very dangerous, and a solo home run in the 5th. One of 3 solo home runs hit tonight by Anaheim. All off Jeff Suppan. This one to his right goes McCarty. Knocks it down, stays with it. The throw to Kim is just in time. So McCarty has his first opportunity at first. He bobbled it for a moment, but stayed with it. Credit Kim for getting over there to cover. And they just do get Anderson for the second out here in the ninth.
Yeah, no panic at first base by McCarty when the ball bounced out of his glove. He's able to chase it down and still give Kim a good throw. He fell down, gets a good grip and a nice feed to Kim at first base. Kim, he comes off first base like a first baseman, stealing the call.
Two down, and here is Spezio. Taking ball 1 from Kim. This has been quite an offensive attack. The Red Sox have received some pretty good relief here in really the second half of the game. Sauerbeck, Timlin, Williamson, and now Kim in there for a strike, and it's 1-1. All the runs that Anaheim has tonight. Suppan 5 innings giving up 7 runs. Todd Jones 2/3 of an inning giving up 2 runs. And Sauerbeck, Timlin, Williamson, shutout pitching from the bullpen, and Kim trying to close the door on the Anaheim Angels in Game 1 of this series. The 1-1. Spezio loops it down the right field line, bending foul. Back into the seats. One ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs, top of the ninth. Red Sox on top by a run, 10-9. Kim with the 1-2. Line to center field. Demon coming in a step, makes the catch, and the Red Sox win it. They take Game 1 of the series. A seesaw battle here tonight at Fenway Park, but in the end, the Red Sox take Game 1 of the series as they win it 10-9.
The Foxwoods chance play of the game, the base hit by Trot Nixon in the 7th inning to give the Red Sox the go-ahead run off one of the toughest relief pitches in baseball this season. The Foxwoods chance play of the game.
Well, on a night when the Yankees are winning and so are the Oakland A's, the Red Sox needed a win, and they get one here tonight. As in front of 34,678, the Red Sox better their record is 65-46, and they're able to win the first game of this homestand and the first game of the series against the Anaheim Angels. So a nice victory tonight. The winner is Mike Timlin, who did a great job along with the rest of the bullpen, really. Timlin now 4-3 with the win. Donnelly takes the loss. He is 1-2, and the save to Byung-Hyun Kim is 8th in a Red Sox uniform. Again, the final, Boston 10, Anaheim 9. For Jerry Remy, this is Don Orsillo saying so long. Now it's time for W.B. Mason's Extra Innings with Bob Rogers and Dennis Eckersley.
All right, Donnie, thanks very much. Lots to talk about tonight. The debut for Jeff Suppan. Scott Williamson will be in studio. We'll have plenty of post-game reaction. W.B. Mason's Extra Innings is next.